NASA's Artemis program marks a new chapter in lunar exploration, aiming to return humans to the moon after more than 50 years. Launched in 2017, Artemis seeks not only to revisit the lunar surface, but also to establish a sustainable presence there. The program's name, inspired by the Greek goddess Artemis, reflects its connection to the historic Apollo missions of the 1960s. Humanity's decision to go back to the moon is driven by the desire to advance scientific research, explore natural resources such as water and minerals, and lay the groundwork for future missions deeper into space, including Mars. Artemis also emphasizes international cooperation, bringing together multiple nations to ensure peaceful and transparent exploration. By returning to the moon, we hope to unlock new knowledge and prepare for the next steps in human space exploration. The Artemis program takes its name from the Greek goddess Artemis, who is known as the twin sister of Apollo. This choice is deeply symbolic, as the Apollo missions were responsible for humanity's first steps on the moon in the 1960s and 1970s. By naming the new Lunar Exploration Initiative after Artemis, NASA highlights both continuity and renewal in its quest to explore the moon. The name also reflects a commitment to inclusivity and progress, as Artemis is often associated with leadership and exploration. This connection serves as a powerful reminder of the legacy of Apollo, while signaling a new era of scientific discovery and international cooperation in space. Artemis represents not just a return, but an evolution in humanity's relationship with the moon. NASA's Artemis program was launched in 2017 with the ambitious goal of returning humans to the moon and establishing a sustainable presence there. The program is structured in multiple phases, beginning with Artemis Thurs, an uncrewed mission that successfully tested the Orion spacecraft and the Space Launch System in lunar orbit. Artemis II will be the first crewed mission, sending astronauts around the moon, while Artemis III aims to land astronauts near the lunar South Pole using SpaceX's Starship. These missions have experienced schedule adjustments due to technical challenges, but each step brings us closer to long-term lunar exploration. The overarching objectives include advancing scientific research, building permanent infrastructure on the moon, and fostering international cooperation. Ultimately, Artemis seeks not only to revisit the moon, but to lay the groundwork for future missions deeper into space, including Mars. Artemis I marked the beginning of NASA's renewed efforts to explore the moon. As the first uncrewed mission in the Artemis program, it served as a critical test for both the Orion spacecraft and the Space Launch System, NASA's most powerful rocket to date. The mission involved launching Orion into lunar orbit, where it completed a series of maneuvers to demonstrate its capabilities in deep space. Throughout the flight, engineers closely monitored the spacecraft's systems, navigation, and safety features. Artemis II successfully returned to Earth, providing valuable data on Orion's heat shield, communication systems, and overall performance. The achievements of this mission have paved the way for future crewed flights, confirming the reliability of the technologies needed for sustained lunar exploration. Artemis II is poised to become the first crewed mission to orbit the moon in NASA's Artemis program. Unlike its predecessor, Artemis IV, which was an uncrewed test flight, Artemis II will carry astronauts on a journey around the lunar surface without landing. Originally scheduled for late 2024, the mission has faced technical challenges, particularly with the Orion spacecraft, leading to a delay until September 2025. Engineers have been working to resolve issues related to life support systems, heat shields, and safety protocols to ensure the crew's well-being. These hurdles highlight the complexity of sending humans into deep space and the rigorous standards required for such missions. The successful completion of Artemis II will pave the way for future lunar landings and sustained human presence on the moon. Artemis III represents a pivotal step in NASA's renewed lunar exploration efforts. This mission aims to land 2 astronauts near the moon's South Pole, a region believed to hold valuable resources such as water ice. For the first time, NASA will utilize SpaceX's Starship as the lunar lander, marking a significant collaboration between public and private sectors. The Starship will transport crew from lunar orbit down to the surface, enabling extended scientific research and exploration. Originally scheduled for late 2025, Artemis III has been postponed to June 2026 due to technical and logistical challenges. The mission's success will lay the groundwork for sustainable human presence on the moon and future journeys deeper into the solar system. International cooperation plays a pivotal role in the Artemis program, reflecting a shared vision for lunar exploration and sustainable presence beyond Earth. The involvement of multiple countries, including the United States, Australia, Canada, Japan, Luxembourg, Italy, the United Kingdom, and the United Arab Emirates, highlights the global commitment to advancing space science and technology. The Artemis Accords, signed in October 2020, establish clear standards for responsible and transparent activities on the Moon. These agreements foster collaboration, promote peaceful exploration, and ensure that resources and knowledge are shared among participating nations. By working together, countries can pool expertise, reduce costs, and accelerate progress toward long-term goals such as lunar research stations and future missions to Mars. The spirit of cooperation embodied in the Artemis program sets a precedent for how humanity can approach the challenges and opportunities of deep space exploration. International standards and regulations have been established to ensure that lunar exploration is conducted transparently, peacefully, and sustainably. These guidelines are designed to foster cooperation among nations, prevent conflicts, and promote responsible use of lunar resources. By setting clear rules for scientific research, resource extraction, and infrastructure development, participating countries can work together more effectively. The emphasis on transparency helps build trust and facilitates the sharing of data and discoveries. Peaceful collaboration is prioritized to avoid territorial disputes and ensure that all activities benefit humanity as a whole. Sustainability is also a key focus, aiming to preserve the lunar environment for future generations. These principles form the foundation for long-term, harmonious exploration of the Moon. One of the central scientific goals of the Artemis program is to investigate the Moon's natural resources, such as water and minerals. By analyzing the presence and distribution of these materials, scientists hope to unlock new possibilities for supporting future space missions. Water, for example, can be used not only for drinking, but also as a source of oxygen and rocket fuel through advanced processing techniques. Understanding the availability of lunar minerals may pave the way for constructing infrastructure directly on the Moon. These studies are essential for enabling longer and more sustainable human stays beyond Earth, and for preparing eventual missions to Mars and deeper space. The Artemis program's research will help shape the future of interplanetary exploration. NASA's Artemis program is laying the groundwork for a new era of lunar exploration by planning the construction of sustainable research stations and infrastructure on the Moon. These facilities are designed to support long-term human presence, enabling scientists and astronauts to live and work on the lunar surface for extended periods. By establishing permanent bases, researchers will be able to study the Moon's natural resources, such as water and minerals, which could be vital for future space missions. The development of robust infrastructure will also facilitate the extraction and utilization of these resources, paving the way for potential settlement and economic activity. Ultimately, these efforts aim to transform the Moon into a stepping stone for deeper exploration of our solar system, including missions to Mars. The Artemis program plays a pivotal role in advancing international cooperation in space exploration. By bringing together countries such as the United States, Australia, Canada, Japan, and several European and Middle Eastern nations under the Artemis Accords, the initiative sets common standards for lunar exploration and resource use. This collaborative approach not only fosters transparency and peaceful conduct, but also enables the sharing of technology and expertise among participating nations. As Artemis aims to establish a sustainable human presence on the Moon, it creates new opportunities for joint research, infrastructure development, and long-term settlement. The program's emphasis on partnership marks a significant step toward expanding humanity's reach beyond Earth, laying the groundwork for future missions to Mars and deeper space. Through these efforts, Artemis is shaping a new era of global unity in the pursuit of scientific discovery and exploration. The Artemis program faces a complex array of challenges as it strives to return humans to the Moon. Technically, developing reliable spacecraft and launch systems, such as the Orion capsule and Space Launch System, has proven demanding, with delays arising from safety concerns and integration issues. Financially, the program requires substantial and sustained investment, often subject to shifting budget priorities and economic pressures. Politically, Artemis must navigate changing administrations, international collaboration, and the need for consensus among participating nations. These factors combine to create uncertainties in timelines and mission scope. Despite these obstacles, the program continues to adapt, reflecting both the ambition and complexity of modern lunar exploration. The Artemis program is reshaping the landscape of space science and technology. By driving advancements in spacecraft design, propulsion systems, and lunar exploration tools, Artemis is setting new standards for innovation in the field. The program's focus on sustainable lunar presence encourages the development of infrastructure that could support future missions to Mars and beyond. International collaboration under Artemis fosters the sharing of knowledge and resources, strengthening global partnerships in space exploration. Importantly, Artemis serves as a powerful source of inspiration for young people, igniting curiosity and ambition among the next generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers. Its achievements remind us of humanity's enduring quest to push boundaries and discover new frontiers. The Artemis program is driven by a long-term vision to establish a sustainable human presence on the Moon. This initiative aims to create research stations and infrastructure that will support ongoing exploration and resource utilization. By studying lunar resources such as water and minerals, Artemis seeks to lay the groundwork for future deep space missions. The knowledge and technology developed on the Moon will be crucial in preparing for the next major milestone, sending humans to Mars. Through international collaboration and scientific innovation, Artemis is shaping the future of space exploration beyond our planet. This enduring presence on the Moon marks a significant step toward humanity's expansion into the solar system. Returning to the Moon represents a pivotal moment in human exploration, marking the beginning of a new era in space discovery and development. Establishing a sustainable presence on the lunar surface enables scientists to study its resources, such as water and minerals, which are essential for future deep space missions. This renewed focus on the Moon also fosters international cooperation as countries work together to set standards and share knowledge. By building infrastructure and research stations, humanity lays the groundwork for long-term settlement and resource utilization beyond Earth. Ultimately, the Artemis program and similar initiatives not only reignite our curiosity about the universe, but also create opportunities for technological advancement and global collaboration, shaping the future of human civilization in space.